All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Keep playing hard.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Shift! Watch the shift! Check safety, check safety!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
We got three, fellas. We got 43.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, let's go. It's time. Three buzz.
Yellow. Let's get it now. First time.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Brings up second and 11. At the 36-yard line.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Tighten up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Hey, Jack. 5.
Nifty move. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Let's go. Tight go. Check 99.
Snap.
Now Gordon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 15 now. White, and this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready? 10 logo. 5.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Put 'em on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Shift!
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yellow. There's a water, right? 3. Check it out. Red.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Make these babies cry all the way back home,
Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch the screen. Kill. Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, wahoo. Check 26, check 26. Hit it.
On 2nd and 7, White going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Protein spill. Mike's 56. All day, dog. Kill. He's coming. We got time to go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Cut. Mike's 5'9". Coming to you.
On 2nd and 12, White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it out, defense. Keep it out, guys. Kill.
White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Bell, and he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Steelers.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Throw left side complete. It's Balin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd and 11 now. White flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, keep it up. Mike's 50. Hey, Orbit. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike's 50. Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's White. Able to get this to Gordon. And now running right through it. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here it comes.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Let's go, little lady. Hey, Ripley. Let's go, let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow. White.
Man left. 4 down. Watch twist.
15.
Twist. Slam.
Hey, 43.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. Back. Hey, watch this.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Don't get nervous. Shift. Watch that.
Attack.
Joker. Watch the safety creep.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think...
There goes Melvin Gordon. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Darren Lee on the tackle. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Rush in. 6-6. Bullet high. He's checking crack. Leo.
Now Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
17. Chiefs, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes.
He's got it at the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 76 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 50 now. Twist. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
56. 56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, White. And Diggs has it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Under 10, under 10, 10. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Bravo! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Show it up, show it up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Elliott running right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Yellow. 180.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey, Ridley.
51. Mike, 51.
Hey, check. Right.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On third down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, it's Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Tighten up. Whip. Watch the whip. Go. Mike's 50.
Right here.
On second down, Holly. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Undercrunch. Sponge. No. Check 37. Bang.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. So they keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Yellow. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Yellow. 3. Check it out, read.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Even. 4th down. Even. He's checking. Crash. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue down. Check. Kill.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.